Gate Literature Project by Simeon and Grace. Dun, dun, dun.
Accidentally found by the Trojans, and then they were like, oh yeah, we're leaving, we're surrendering, we're giving you this horse, you should take it, peace offering, we're leaving, and they actually hide behind this island. Actually, they hide behind this island, watching and waiting to see what happens, and they're dumb so they can't see them. And then the different guy, one of the like rulers there, one of these smart guys, was like, don't trust him, like, we need to get him out of here, let's not open the horse, don't open the horse. But then other people were like, I think we should open the horse, because we should bring the horse in. And then he was like, don't bring the horse into the gates, don't do it, don't you do it. And then they were like, let's ask him, he knows what's going on. And then he's like, no, I was betrayed, I was thrown overboard, blah blah blah, I'm one of you guys now, like, yeah, this is great. And then they were like, okay, we're going to bring the horse into the gates of Troy. So there goes the horse. It was going, and then bam! Oh, bam! It doesn't. It goes through, and then all of these people come out of the horse and start burning the city to flames, and then everybody dies, and it goes to flames. But however, there it is. However, Aeneas is able to escape with his father and his son. And they're able to escape and run. And then they're like, oh, heavenly fathers of the heavens, give us a sign to know where to escape to, and blah blah blah. And so they get on a boat looking for Italy, because that's where they're supposed to go. And so they get on a boat and they're going, and then they finally get to this little thing near Carthage, and that is where they come upon the palace and another area where, lo and behold, they meet Dido, the queen. They fall in love and they're all happy, and they're living in Carthage for a little bit. And then one day the gods come and they're like, excuse me, little buddy, you have to remember that you have to find Rome. You have to find a new city. By the way, I'm your mother, Venus. That's cool. Okay, bye. So, Aeneas sails to find Rome, leaving Dido all alone. They finally get to Italy, where he's like, oop, I'm in Italy, and there's King Latinius, and he's like, oh, you must be the foreigner that's supposed to marry my daughter Lavinia. And he's like, nice, what up, Lavinia, I'm your new hubby. And then she's like, but, and then she's like, don't talk back, Lavinia, it's the gods that told you, bad, Lavinia, bad. And then her fiance is like, but I was supposed to marry her, and I want to marry her, screw you, oh no. And Lavinia is like, okay, if it's the gods' will. Tarnus, the ex-lover, is just like, she told me put my heart in a bag. And anyways, and then one day, baby Ascanius is just strolling in the woods, and he's like, Oh my gosh, is that a lamb? I love killing lambs. I love killing everything. And then he kills it. No more lamb. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. Ditches it. Turns out that lamb was actually a very important lamb. And then Tarnus is like, you killed that lamb. What the heck? He needs more help. He needs more help. But then he finds out that his dad dies. Aw, poor Anchises. So he goes down to the underworld where he meets his dad, or he finds his father again. And he's like, Aeneas, this is what's gonna happen. Oh my gosh. And then he comes back up. And Turnus, Aeneas and Turnus go head to head, and then Aeneas hurts him, spears him, and then he's like, I want to spare you because I'm a good man. But then he remembers what the god said, so he kills him. The end.
Odysseus' journey begins after his victory at Troy, as he and his men sail home for Ithaca. They are blown off course to the land of the lotus eaters. Here, the men eat the lotus fruit and become lazy and forget their duties. Next up on his journey, he encounters the Cyclops, Polyphemus. Polyphemus traps them in his cave and eats them one by one. Odysseus makes a plan to injure Polyphemus so he and his men can escape. As Odysseus and his men are leaving, Odysseus yells back, Cyclops, if anyone, any mortal man, asks you how you got your eye put out, tell them that Odysseus the Marauder did it, son of Laertes, whose home is on Ithaca. Seeking revenge for his son's destroyed eye, Poseidon continually hinders their journey home. Given a gift from the wind god, they are within sight of Ithaca. Odysseus falls asleep, and his men open the bag believing it is treasure. All winds are released, and they are once again blown off course. At the land of the Laestrygonians, all but one of the ships make it out alive. Odysseus and his men land on Circe's island, where she turns the men into pigs. Hermes gives Odysseus a plant to protect him, and convinces Circe to change his men back. They again delay their arrival home by remaining a year on her island. Odysseus put wax in his men's ears, but wanted to hear the siren's sweet song, so he had his men tie him down. Odysseus encounters Scylla and Charybdis. In order to escape, he has to go near Charybdis. Some of his men die. A storm destroys all but Odysseus because his men ate cattle from Helios. He washes up on Calypso's island, where she keeps him captive for 7 years. He is anxious and homesick. The journey has broken him. Athena begs Zeus to allow her to get involved in Odysseus' fate. She sends Hermes to tell Calypso to release Odysseus. Odysseus once again sets sail for home. But Poseidon quickly wrecks Odysseus' ship once again. Athena sends him to the home of the Phaeacians, where they agree to take him home. Odysseus arrives home disguised as a beggar by Athena. He reveals himself to Telemachus. They make a plan to overthrow the suitors who have wronged Odysseus and his family. Penelope holds a contest, and whoever wins will marry her. Odysseus is the only one that is able to string the bow and shoot the arrow through the axe head. Odysseus finally reveals himself and unleashes his revenge on the suitors for what they have done to his household. Penelope doesn't trust that it's Odysseus, so she tests him by telling him to move the bed, and he tells her it is impossible to move the bed. The house was built around the bed because the bed post is made from a tree that is still in the ground.